Welcome into the show. It's your boy Yotei. Man, we got a lot to talk about, including the Superman movie, Ghost of Yotei, Nintendo on some BS, and a lot more. So we're going to go ahead and get into it. Make sure y'all hit the like button. Matter of fact, let me go ahead and get the begging portion of the show out of the way. Make sure you hit the like button, nigga. Subscribe to the channel. Okay, do all of those great things. Make sure you subscribe to New Blackstreet. Follow me on Instagram and Twitter. Okay. Yeah, and also if you want to contribute to the show in a monetary sort of way, because we're demonetized, the Venmo and the Cash App is in the description. We're gonna go ahead and get into it. So let's start with this Superman movie, right? Okay. Let's just get right into it. I saw the Superman movie, and my first initial reactions to that thing is you should absolutely go and see it yourself. All right. This is one of those movies, as I said on New Blackstreet yesterday. We used to go to the movies to see if we like something. You know what I'm saying? Sure, you might go and pay some money to go and see a movie that turned out not to be good, but you know what? You enjoy getting out of the house. You enjoy seeing it for yourself, the popcorn, the candy, the drinks. You know what I'm saying? The people around you who you enjoy it with, your family, your friends, your girlfriend, your boyfriend, whatever the case may be. Well, these days, you don't go to the movies for that anymore. With the fact that Hollywood has obviously turned its back on its audience, and the fact that streaming, you know what I'm saying, you pretty much expect these movies to be on streaming. They have literally trained you not to go to the theater, so you don't really have any reason to go. With all that being said, I do believe this is a movie that's worth going to see for yourself. I thought that David Cornsweet was awesome. I thought that awesome as Superman. I thought that Lois Lane was great. With the limited amount of time that she had with Superman. That's one of my criticisms. Mr. Terrific was actually terrific. You hear what I'm saying? So many things. Lewis Holt as why am I drawing a blank? Lex Luthor, that's his name, Lex Luthor. I thought that was great. My favorite thing about this film, and actually Kata disagreed with this. My favorite thing about this film was the fact that it's a living world. It's no longer this whole thing about origin stories and we got to build up the world. No, that's actually not the case here. Okay, there we go. Okay, this is how this playing in the background for a little bit, so you can get a little visual of what's going on here. But yeah, so this is not building a world. This world already exists. You get what I'm saying? This is a world that's already filled with DC characters like Guy Gardner's Green Lantern, obviously Mr. Terrific, Hawkgirl is here, Metamorpho is here, and I'm pretty sure there's some hints to other characters in here. I would also venture to say that you should probably take my opinion on DC anything with a grain of salt, because I'm just not a DC guy. It's not that I hate it. I just think a lot of DC characters are boring, including Superman. I think Superman is pretty boring, although I recognize his significance in American culture and also around the world. But I thought this was great. And I not great. No, let me not lie to you. I'm not saying it's great. I'm not even telling you that you're going to like the movie. I'm telling you that it's worth going to see by yourself. So like I said, Lewis Holt as Lex Luthor worked pretty well. The CGI needed not all of it. I just think the kaiju monster was a little bit, you know. Superman was a very heartwarming character who wanted to save everybody. And people were literally rolling their eyes at him because they look at him such a choir boy, such as how I look at Superman my damn self. You know what I'm saying? I'm more of a Batman guy. I need some pain, death, and agony in there. I know Batman's not supposed to kill, and I get that, but he's damn near close to killing him off. Damn near close. Anyway, the things that didn't work for me was the fact that Superman and Lois Lane didn't really get a lot of time together. With so much focus on Mr. Terrific and Guy Gardner and Hawkman and all of these other things like the Daily Planet's crew, it took away from what was really important, which was Lois Lane and Clark. Okay, but what they did do on screen was great. Again, the criticism of it might have been a little bit too much focus on Mr. Terrific, who, by the way, stole the show. You know what I'm saying? Mr. Terrific absolutely stole the show. There's going to be a lot of clamoring for him to get his own spinoff, his own film or show, whichever the case may be. Either way, great performance, great character. Me personally, I never heard of Mr. Terrific up until, this movie came out, because again, I am not a DC guy. You know what I'm saying? But this this worked pretty well. I didn't like the interdimensional stuff. Okay, I got to be honest with you. I didn't like the pocket dimension. I thought that was fairly corny. I don't like Superman's suit. I just can't get with it. I can't. I don't like it. I don't want it. I don't need it. You know what I'm saying? Also, Kada and Vaughn Coleman on New Blackstreet yesterday brought up the fact that with the parents, I got to be honest with you, it didn't offend me as much as a lot of DC homers that Jor-El, which is Kal-El's father, aka Superman, sent Superman there to conquer the planet. Now, I did expect them to fix that throughout the film. I agree with Vaughn Coleman there. I kept waiting for them and waiting for them and waiting for them for this opportunity for you guys to, like, you know, fix it. Like, say that they doctored the footage, something. That never came. And so while it didn't take away from the film as much as, you know, some real DC fans out there, or at least for me, it is kind of, I like what Kada said. They turned his parents into Voltrumites from Invincible. And from what I know, the limited amount of knowledge that I know about DC, that's not why Superman was sent to Earth. I thought that was pretty stupid. Also, spoiler, at the end of the film, you get a glimpse at Supergirl, which is Kal-El's cousin, who appears as a drunk. Now, again, for me, because I don't have a lot of experience with DC characters in general, I didn't really care all that much. So she's a drunk. Sounds like a lot of American women. But I thought Vaughn Coleman did a very good job on New Blackstreet yesterday talking about how she's supposed to be versus how she's portrayed in this film. So, I don't know. You know what I'm saying? We'll see. Apparently, she's supposed to be getting her own movie. I think that's a bad idea. But ultimately, what I would give this film is a solid 6.5 to 7 out of 10. You know what I'm saying? 6.5 bananas out of 10. You know what I'm saying? Which means it didn't blow me away, but it was better than what I thought it was going to be. I guess maybe my expectations were in a toilet. Who knows? Either way, my recommendation to you is it's a fun summer movie. I can tell you that. It's a fun summer movie, and my recommendation to you is you should absolutely go see this. Don't sail the high seas. I think this movie is worth your time. Okay, let's get back to the next topic. All right, so moving on. Let me go ahead and give myself an out on that one. There we go. Love that. I gotta put that thing to use. You know what I'm saying? Ghost of Yotei. Okay. Ghost of Yotei. Ghost of Yotei. So, if you remember, Ghost of Tsushima was probably one of the best games to come out in the last decade. I put it on par with Sekiro, Shadows Die Twice, Elden Ring, Monster Hunter World, Clair Obscura Expedition 33. This is just Ghost of Tsushima was one of those life-changing video games, at the very least for me, and I know it was for a lot of you. And so, obviously, highly anticipating a sequel, people were not pleased to find out that not only are they going not with a sequel to it, but a spinoff or whatever the hell. We're getting a completely new character that's a woman, and some time in the future, I don't know. Either way, they've released some gameplay for it. Now, I'm gonna let you see. I gotta be honest with you, it's pretty boring, and not because the gameplay looks bad, but it looks boring because it looks exactly like Ghost of Tsushima. So it's not anything new. And you can show this off in a 5-minute video. You get what I'm saying? Instead, they decided to give us 20 minutes of, I feel like I'm being told something I already knew. Now, the game does look good. Don't get me wrong, but it doesn't look any different from Ghost of Tsushima. And my whole position is, if you're going to give us a sequel, if you're going to give us, and let me change the quality on this, maybe we can get this to look a little bit better. If you're going to give us a sequel, yeah, look at that. What's going on here? All right, there we go. It's a little bit better. If you're going to give us a completely different character, then show us something new. Make it look different. I mean, this looks exactly the same. And listen, I'm not trying to be nitpicky or anything here, but I just felt like if it's gonna look relatively the same, then give us the same character that we already knew. Now, a lot of people are trying to tell you Jin Sakai's story had concluded. Nah, no. There was a lot more you could have done with that character. A whole lot more. But whatever. That's not what we're here to talk about today, though. We already know. You can go and watch this footage yourself. You skip ahead a little bit. I'd probably take the quality down from 4K to quit being greedy. So the video can play a little bit better. So there you go. You know, you're seeing stuff like this. But what I wanted to talk about is more on the side of the conversation around Ghost of Yotei. Okay, the absolute mind-numbing conversation, and it kind of centers around this tweet right here that I saw from Mighty Keith. So here it is. Okay, well, let me get y'all this. All right, here it is. This is what Mighty Keith had to say. So this person right here says, "Someone please explain to me how Ghost of Yotei is woke. If you feel this way, what are you actually upset about exactly? I'll miss Jin too, but Atsu seems cool, and no, she's not a samurai. No one says she was, so don't even start with that." All right, and then Mighty Keith quote tweets it and says, "There is nothing woke about Ghost of Yotei, and no one will be able to answer your question sensibly because there is no sensible answer. They are upset that the lead actress is leftist. That's it. Not the actual character in the game, mind you. The actress." Okay. All right. So, Mr. Keith, you're wrong. I'm going to tell you why you're wrong. First of all, I could debunk your statement just by saying that most voice actresses and actors, but especially actresses, are leftists and no one cares. No one cares. So why would all of a sudden people care about the fact that the actress for this game is leftist? The simple fact of the matter is either you don't know or don't want to know the real reason why people are calling this game woke. So let's talk about it. All right. So you're Sony, right? And you operate in the video game industry. I mean, you operate in many other industries, but the video game industry is probably where you make your bread and butter. You have the leading console with the PlayStation. I don't know about that anymore. Probably Nintendo has that. But the point is, the video game market is a very volatile market. And typically, people are risk averse. Okay? People like the suits, they like sequels and spin-offs and things like this, much like Hollywood, because there's a lot of millions and millions of dollars, tens, hundreds of millions of dollars that goes into making these video games. And the last thing you want is to sink hundreds of millions of dollars into a game and it comes out and it flops. So you actually take a risk and put millions of dollars into this game called Ghost of Tsushima. It comes out and it is an absolute hit. I mean, Japan loves it. America loves it. The world loves it. People fall in love with this character called Jin Sakai, and they love the combat, they love the story, they love everything about it. It's a bona fide hit. So much so that Jin Sakai becomes one of the mascots of your entire publishing platform. As in, when you go to PlayStation's homepage, be it on the website, be it on the console itself, you're gonna see characters like Kratos, Jin Sakai, old girl from the Horizon series, whatever. It used to be Crash Bandicoot. He's not there no longer. Astro Boy, or not Astro Boy. I'm tripping. What's the Astrobot motherfucker? I don't know. That fucking goofy of a game. Whatever. The point is, he's literally a mascot. And mascots are great for your brand because it sells consoles. It sells video games. It sells your brand. Much like how John 117, aka the Master Chief, sold consoles for Xbox. That's why you put him up there, because it's brand recognition. It helps your brand. So you decide you're going to do a sequel. And years later, all of a sudden, we get A version of the game with a whole new character that nobody loves. I mean, that nobody cares about. Where's Jin Sakai? Now you expect, now again, remember, these people in these suits are risk averse. Okay? Very risk averse. An old saying is, if it ain't broke, don't fix it. So anybody can look at this and say, okay, just come in, do the same thing, add a couple new features, a brand new story, or a continuing story, and then we in the game. We are in the game. So what the hell is this? Now, there's rumors going around. Again, rumor. Take it with a grain of salt. That Sony Japan was under the impression that they were doing a. Hold on. Stupid. Had to turn up the volume there. Sony Japan was under the impression that we were getting Ghost of Tsushima 2 with Jin Sakai. So when you couple all of these things together, why would a company who has a hit suddenly change course for no reason at all and decide to put a female character in place of a beloved male character? We all know why. See, you may be able to just sit there and pretend like you don't see what your eyes are telling you. We all know why. It's because, and we've seen this in the industry before. This isn't speculation. This isn't a conspiracy theory. We know this. We know that the industry has tried to prioritize putting more female characters to the forefront. Even if you don't believe the video game industry is doing it, you have evidence of it. Hell, over in Hollywood, Kevin Feige got up on stage at San Diego Comic-Con in 2019 and promised everybody there was going to be more female superheroes in the MCU than male superheroes. And where has that gotten them? Nowhere. It's the same thing in the video game industry. So the woke part of it is the simple fact that they've taken a male character, a beloved male character, put him in the background, and propped up a female character in pursuit of female representation. Otherwise, what other reason would you have to take a literal mascot and replace him with somebody else? That's the woke part of it. And you guys are always looking so surface level. The woke stuff goes deeper than just, oh, there's a female character. No, it tells you the mindset of the people that are either in charge or the people that are working on the game. It tells you that these people are people who care a lot about identity politics. Forgive me. They care a lot about identity politics. And that's why they're doing this. Because otherwise, if I give you a hit, like in hip hop, right? Like in hip hop, if I write you a hit, it's a certified hit. You on the top of the Billboard 100, all of that. Matter of fact, you number one on the Billboard 100. Okay? I write you a hit. And you say, okay, now I want another one. Okay, so I write you another one. Oh, this one's going to shoot up to the charts. You go in and you change the lyrics, you change the hook, and change everything I did to fit more what you wanted to do, and you release it. Maybe it'll still be a hit. Who knows? We don't know until the game comes out. But if it flops, we all know you had an agenda there. Well, no, we know you had an agenda to begin with. But if it flops, we know it's because you had an agenda there, and everybody can see the agenda. So yeah, you might not consider that a sensible answer. I would think it's because you're being delusional. I think it's fairly obvious to know that not only did they hire a leftist, a crazy one at that, one who had all of us blocked before the game even got announced. It just tells you the mindset of the people working on this game, and she's one of them. So there's that. There's your answer right there, Mighty Keith. Maybe you'll accept that. I don't know, but let's move on. All right. Nintendo. You know, every time I turn around, there's something new with Nintendo. Like, I don't know what you niggas doing over there. I feel like you niggas got all the juice, all of the. You just got all the juice. You got all the momentum, all the juice, the hottest selling console, the best exclusive games apparently, and you niggas is just like, move this over here a little bit, and you niggas is just like, man, hey, fuck you, give me money. Because the latest thing, and I don't know how true this is, we're gonna dive into it. The latest thing is Switch 2 owner banned for playing secondhand Switch 1 games. I thought this got to be a typo. There's got to be more to the story. Let's check this out. This comes from Pirate Nation, which again, take it for a grain of salt. Switch 2 owner banned for playing secondhand Switch 1 games. Okay, so this is the article. Switch 2 owner banned for playing. So new concerns have arisen over Nintendo's strict policies over how you use the Switch 2, although for the moment it does seem there's a solution. Nintendo gets away with a lot of negative consumer practices purely because their games and consoles are so popular, but there's already been concern about their ability to put Switch 2 permanently offline if you use mod carts, which are often used for playing pirated games. All right, so let's see. Oh shit! Even Google AI got it. A Switch 2 owner was temporarily banned from Nintendo's online services after playing a used Switch 1 game. The user who purchased the game on Facebook Marketplace was flagged for potential piracy when they downloaded a patch. However, the ban was quickly lifted after the user provided proof of purchase to Nintendo support. Ah, hell no. Nah. Tom's Hardware. Nah. Fortunately for a Nintendo Switch 2 user reportedly got his brand new console banned by Nintendo after buying used Switch 1 games and patching them on his console. According to Reddit user Demanthi, they purchased 4 used titles off the Facebook Marketplace, inserted them into the Switch 2, and had them all updated. When they turned on their handhelds the following day, they received a message saying they were restricted from Nintendo's online services and that they couldn't even download the games they had already bought. Fortunately for Demanthi, Nintendo had a quick resolution for them. Once they discovered the issue, they went to Nintendo's support website and were immediately able to talk to a human. It was there that the company confirmed that their console was indeed banned because of the use of pirated games. Nevertheless, they were able to prove their innocence by pulling up the Facebook Marketplace listing for their games and sending the photos of their purchased cartridges. According to the Redditor, the process was painless and fast, and it was so much easier than getting support from Microsoft or Sony. By showing those things, you can prove to Nintendo that you purchased the games in good faith and that you were duped. Other users warned, though, this isn't always a guaranteed solution. Nigga, this is disgusting. This is trash. This is absolutely disgusting. It's buns, it's cheeks, it's... Dog. What? I don't care how quick of a solution you found. I don't care. You mean to tell me anytime I buy a used game, or hell, even borrow, what, dude, what if I borrowed a used game? I don't have any proof to suggest that the owner, the original owner of this damn game, let me borrow his game, and my whole console is gonna get fucking bricked. What are you talking about? Easy solution. It was quick, fast. It's better than Microsoft or Sony. Congratulations, you moron. Microsoft or Sony would never ban your console for doing this shit. What are you talking about? How the hell you get bent over and butt fucked by Nintendo with no lube and then tell them, oh, well, at least you caressed the asshole first before you just barged on up in there. What? Nah, gang, this ain't it. This ain't it. This ain't it. So you mean to tell me anytime a person gets a used game and downloads the patch on their console, they're at risk for having their entire $500 console bricked? Nah, gang. Nah, y'all gonna have to miss me with that. Y'all gonna have to miss me with that. Every time I try to be a shill, I try to be a Nintendo shill, these niggas give me a reason not to. Like, what do you mean? I said I was going to go and get me a Switch 2 when them shits get more in stock and they get more games. And now I'm like, nah. Because you know what I was going to do? Because by the time I'm thinking, it just came out. So I'm thinking about maybe next year around this time, maybe, in a 1 year and a half mark, I'll probably go on Facebook Marketplace or something like that, get me one of these Nintendo Switch 2s, and then I'm going to go and get some used games. Because, nigga, I'm going to tell you what, I don't want to pay $80 for no goddamn game. I just don't want to do it. And now you telling me if I go do that, my entire console could get bricked. Nah, gang. Nintendo can suck the left side of my ass. I don't want nothing to do with your console. And quite frankly, I'm warning everybody. All the parents with kids I know, you cannot buy used games for this console. And then let's talk about the process. It was so easy. Dude, for you. What's going to happen when people find a way to get around it and they start assuming that everybody who buying used games is stealing? This is just the beginning phases. Man, hey, Nintendo, go to hell, man. Go to hell, man. Hey, listen, go to hell, man. Bye. Let's move on. All right. In one of those rare instances where sports and video games collide, we got to talk about it. We have got to talk about it. How many of y'all are familiar with Angel Reese and Caitlin Clark? So I'll just give you the rundown, okay? Caitlin Clark, this transcendent basketball player in college playing for Iowa, okay? She plays for Iowa. She's dominating the league, putting up points on everybody. You know what I'm saying? Taking the league by storm. Gets to the championship game against LSU, led by Angel Reese, and loses. Angel Reese gets in Caitlin Clark's face and does this. And it goes viral. Oh, people are upset. How could that monster Angel Reese taunt her in her face? Well, to be fair, Caitlin Clark, while not doing it to a whole bunch of people, she did do that before. And maybe it rubs some players the wrong way. That's sports, guys. If you do anything, if you talk any trash, if you give anybody bulletin board material, they will use it against you. That's in football, basketball, baseball, hockey, bowling, golf, all of it. Kickboxing, boxing, UFC, it doesn't. If you give somebody any sort of bulletin board material, they're going to use it against you. So you better not lose. You better not lose. And so I'm not mad at Angel Reese for doing that. Y'all can be mad at him. But what I am mad at Angel Reese for is getting into the NBA and sucking, okay? and absolute, well, now she ain't sucking, but like, she's obviously not as good as Caitlin Clark. Caitlin Clark has been taking the WNBA by storm. And she's on a little bit of a slump right now, to be honest with you. But she's obviously the best player in the league. And a lot of people, she got a bigger fan base. Her games are selling out. Angel Reese is catching her own rebounds, whatever. And apparently, they decided to put, let me see if I can pull this up for y'all. And here you go. I probably shouldn't do that. There you go. So here you go. They decided to put Angel Reese on the cover of 2K. Now, anybody who has a brain can see that this makes entirely no sense. Because Angel Reese is far from the best player. And she's not even close to being the best player in the league. This was done for political reasons. The whole black women are so hated thing, and she's been facing so much turmoil in the industry, in the league. And Caitlin Clark is praised, and everybody loves Caitlin Clark, but everybody hates Angel Reese. Stop it. They did this to generate conversation, to make it controversial. But that's not the part we want to talk about. What we want to talk about Oh my. Oh my, bro. Oh my goodness. Now a lot of you gonna come in here like, oh, it's not funny, nigga. I don't care. If you offended, get the fuck up out of here. I don't care. This shit is funny to me. This shit is funny. I like dark humor. It is what it is. Robert Griffin III shared this. Okay. He says, all right, this has got to stop. There's no place for racism in this world. I would argue otherwise. Whether you like it or not, Angel Reese should never be called or depicted as a monkey. I have been quiet on the Angel Reese front because she shared a video that aided in my wife, kids, family, and friends receiving death threats, threats of physical harm to my family and friends, and threats of sexual violence to my children on social media and beyond. Okay, that will never be okay with me. I never attacked her or her family when I stated and backed up with clear basketball evidence that Angel Reese hates Caitlin Clark. It's sports. Everybody won't like each other. First of all, I got to be honest with you. To come out and defend Angel Reese and then say all of this, I understand why people are a little bit mad at him, because it's like you could have came out and said there's no place for racism and then just left it at that. Then to throw all of this in here was completely unnecessary. And y'all know I've defended RG3 a lot when it comes to this whole subject. I think he's right. Angel Reese does hate Caitlin Clark. Y'all, all you blackity black motherfuckers out there that keep trying to argue that she doesn't, get the fuck out of here, nigga. You ain't telling me what my eyes and ears can see and hear, nigga. I know exactly what I'm looking at. She cannot stand Caitlin Clark. The fuck out of here. Y'all want to play in my face like I don't see what the fuck I'm seeing. Go to hell, every last one of y'all. Stephen A too, and I like Stephen A. Fuck out of here with that shit. He goes, people in Angel's inner circle called me and told me I was right, and Angel Reese has grown to hate Caitlin Clark because of the media always asking her about Caitlin and being constantly compared to her. Some people made it about race, but I never did, and I never will. Instead of becoming the villain in anyone's story, I decided to just not. All that being said, Angel Reese or any black man or woman should never be called or depicted as a monkey, ever. Stop it. Okay, whatever. We get it. So, yeah, sure. And then they came back and got his ass. Oh, my Lord. Lord have mercy. Oh, my God. Wrong one. Look at that. Holy. Oh, my gosh. Lord have mercy. Lord have mercy. That's tough. That's tough. That is tough. And funny enough, this was made by a black person, which is hilarious because these are the same people that try to argue racism all the time. Racism is so this, racism is so that. But you were quick to call him a monkey. It's funny. It's funny. It's absolutely funny. You niggas are quick to scream racism and this, that, and the third, but soon as a nigga has an opinion you don't like, you quick to say some racist ass shit like coon or depict the nigga as a monkey. He goes, all right, this has got to stop. There's no place for racism in this world, whether you like it, like a player or not. RG3 should never be called or depicted as a monkey. I've been quiet on the Robert Griffin front because he's a self-hating misogynist piece of shit, but stop it. Look at this motherfucker, bro. Look at this look at this fucking booty bandit, bro. Look at this booty bandit. You just can't make this stuff up. You just can't make it. It just goes to show you, this is why I'm all for racism. Because all this shit is performative. It's fake. It's garbage. Trash. Absolutely buns and cheeks. You niggas are fake. This is why I'll never, as soon as a nigga has an opinion you don't like, let me see if anybody should have made it a raccoon instead of a monkey. This would be more suitable, to be honest. You're as corny as the others. Okay. He was the only one that posted a picture of her as a monkey, so that's... Nah, I gotta be honest with you. If he the only one that posted that shit, well, nah, he showed a screenshot of it. So somebody else posted it, and he just, yeah. So he was exposing the person. So I don't know. You know what I'm saying? You know how I feel about it. Who cares, nigga? Who cares? Angel Reese she's all right. She ain't garbage. She all right. But there's no reason why Angel Reese should be on the cover of 2K. It's no reason for it. Anyway, let's close on that topic. All right, just a couple of topics I want to hit on really quick. What are we looking like on time? What are we looking like? All right. So we talked about the Superman movie earlier. Okay, we talked about that earlier, and obviously we know that's going to kick off the whatever DC universe that James Gunn has in store. And I wish him the best of luck. I hope that he gets everything that he needs off the ground. I'm interested to see what he's going to do with the Batman universe. But we'll see. We'll see. In the meantime, remember that old Black Superman film that was being kicked around? It was supposed to be starring Michael B. Jordan as a Black Superman. Now, comic book people will try to argue, oh, it's not Kal-El. It's another version. It's like Jamal-El or some shit like that. I don't know. Thankfully, there's people who have some sense in Hollywood still. I'm going to go ahead and show you this. David Zaslav reportedly dismissed developing Ta-Nehisi Coates' Black Superman movie back in 2022, calling it too woke. Let me get you a Don DeMarco, David Zaslav. I'm just saying. We don't need super nigga. I'm sorry. I know a lot of y'all love to see black everything, black this, black that. Oh, we need black representation. Oh, let me snort the melanin off my... You're suffering from melaninthemia. When you wake up and do this every morning... Oh, you're suffering from melaninthemia. I'm sorry, okay? We don't need super nigga, okay? Sorry, we don't need it, all right? Let's look at these comments. I think there was even black people saying we don't need this. Black people when movies don't want to race swap. What the fuck is that? Superman was originally black. What the fuck is he talking about? Superman was originally black. Nigga, what? Get the fuck out. Too woke my ass. You just don't want a black man as Superman. It's pretty damn obvious because Superman is white. Instead, they made a crying white beta male Superman. Oh, okay. Why not a pregnant trans woman? I'm sorry. Why not a pregnant trans Superman of color with they them pronouns? Here's a black person. We don't want a black Superman. I bet he was getting called all type of coons. Watch this. Val-Zod, that was his name. Because they're not black. Clark Kent can't because they are from different universes. I guess you haven't read the comments. No. Just because it's in the fucking comments, I'm dead. Just because it's in the fucking comics does not mean it should be the main thing. Fuck out of here. We don't want to see it. I don't recall a backlash when Samuel L. Jackson was casting Nick Fury, probably because he simply played a character and did not shift the role into hyper-focusing on racism. While I agree with that, there was no internet. Well, there was internet, but there was no social media back then, so I don't know. I mean, there was, but it wasn't as big. Stop blackwashing every fucking character. Holy shit. So black people existing is woke now. No, you fucking moron. Black people existing is not woke. Simply putting in a black version of something for the sake of representation is woke. There you go. Hope that helps. Let's go ahead and move the hell on. Okay? On to the next topic. All right. On to the next goddamn topic. Let's see what we got going on here. You just can't make this shit up. You can't make it up.
God damn it. You can't make this shit up.
I know what you're thinking. Atreus, what are you laughing at? What's so funny? I'm gonna tell you. If you thought the Dragon Age grift was over with, you're wrong. You thought the Dragon Age grift was over with. Dragon Age the Veilguard is a game that just keeps haunting us. It's in our dreams like Freddy Krueger. It's in our drinks. It's in our food. It's in our pools. Okay? It won't die. Apparently, Dragon Age the Veilguard has won Game of the Year. Yeah, I know, guys. Let me get you a good little gobble out of that, huh? It has won Game of the Year. Dragon Age the Veilguard has won Game of the Year. Guess with who? Let's talk about it. Here we go. Dragon Age the Veilguard wins Game of the Year at the Gayming Awards 2025, bro. You just cannot. Oh my lord, bro.
Oh my God.
And the clown horn of the day goes to the Gayming Awards. Congratulations. Absolute fucking clowns. Look at these. Look at these clowns. Look at these. And of course, without any doubt, there's a fat black woman sitting right there. Where's Big Shirley?
Big Shirley.
I don't even think y'all can hear that. Nope, y'all couldn't hear that. Let me fix that. Because there's no way. Y'all got to hear that.
God damn.
There you go. Now, here's Big Shirley.
Big Shirley.
Rest in peace to the Godfather, man. What the hell are we doing, man? BioWare's action RPG also won Best LGBTQ Character for Rook. Huh? While Eric Ishii took home award for portrayal of game's protagonist. Huh? Nah. No way. What? Let's see. Game of the Year. The Last of Us Part 2, Paper Mario, Life is Strange, Fear the Spotlight. You can't make this shit up, guys. Dragon Age Gaming Icon Award. Where is the Community Impact Award? Best LGBTQ Character. Rook? How was Rook LGBTQ? You would have to make him a booty bandit. Oh my gosh. Voice Actor of the Year. How the fuck did Eric Ishii win? Nah. Was she in something else that I don't know about? Hold up. Nah. They ain't giving her no voice acting role for no damn Justice League Crisis on Infinite Earths. What in Turn Nation? How? There's no way she won a gaming award for a voice acting role that ain't even came out yet. And that should just tell you how much you should take this seriously right there. Guys. Oops. This industry never ceased to produce hilarious results. What the fuck are we doing? Congratulations, BioWare. You've won Game of the Year from the Gayming Awards. Amen. Say man. Hope you enjoyed it. Anyway, y'all, man, we're going to go ahead and conclude that one, man. Jesus Christ. Damn. In the meantime, guys, that has been today's show. I hope you enjoyed everything we talked about here. I'm going to go ahead and check out. As always, man, make sure you follow me on Twitter, Instagram, all those great things. And yeah, man, as always, may the grip be with you. I'll talk to y'all later.
Oh, fuck you, fuck you.